we want to see people thriving in an end to money chaos. And as we reach this point in the year, we are celebrating 20,000 households having now completed the Cap Money course.
Yes.
So it is so good. So good to see.
Awesome.
So good to see people with, I guess, that wisdom and that experience. And so I wanted to come and share a story with you this morning, if I could.
Yeah, love to hear a testimony of someone who's been through it.
Yeah, this is a story of Kitty. Kitty is a mum of 4, and so she would describe her situation before the Cap Money course as being in a bit of a desperate place around her finances. She says, I spent a lot of time trying to keep the roof over my head and my children fed. And so she heard about this Cap Money course through her church. She jumped on it. She describes it as being, super easy to follow. And like a lot of people, she didn't learn financial skills growing up. She didn't get taught that. And so she found herself always worrying about money and told us that money had this real power over me. Cap Money showed me that I could take control back. And so using the Cap Money principles that are shared in the course, she not only learned to get on top of her debt, but she continued to save and plan ahead. So today she owns her own business while she studies her PhD.
Amazing.
And she has bought her own house.
Wow.
So how good is that? And what an endorsement for this. And so for her, the best part is that she is teaching those skills to her kids now too.
I love that. It's paying it forward for future generations. So let's talk about this Cap Money course. What's involved in it? What can people take away from it?
Yeah, so good. I guess the principles that shape it are simply, first of all, understanding where you want to go. So we often think it's around like what I got to do now, but unless you've got that motivation, that goal, and that's pulling you forward, you're not gonna be motivated to change your behaviour where you're at. And so once you know where you want to go, then we take a look at where you're at, confronting those brutal truths and understanding your financial picture. We all have probably been in that place where we realize like, oh man, my finances are a little bit worse than I thought they were. Or, maybe that's why the pressure's on. And then there's no secret about this. There really is only 2 things you can do at that point, and that is to either increase your income or decrease your expenses. It is reasonably, I wouldn't say simple, because those can be big concepts, but straightforward in terms of those are the 2 levers we've got to pull on.
I would say it's simple, but it's not easy to do necessarily. Yeah. And not even because the things you're asking people to do are quote unquote hard to do. But what I love about the Cap Money program is it kind of helps empower people more than just like a skills thing. Because I think often you can look at these courses and be like, oh, if only I had better skills. But I think the Cap Money program helps you look at maybe you got some thinking about money that is cutting you off at the knees before we even get to the stuff around.
That's it.
Like you say, either cut your expenses or build up your income.
Yeah, so that knowing where you want to go and that shifting your mindset. We do things like understanding, are you more likely to be a spender or a saver? Where are you entering that conversation? And then once you've got that picture, once we look at it, we work through putting in place some systems and processes around savings accounts and account structure and timings of payments. And so we've been sharing a bit of that on the radio because a friend of mine shared with me recently saying like whether you've got a little or a lot, money cuts across everything.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think it takes discipline. It's quite hard because it's discipline, but it's discipline with a purpose, right? And it's like narrowing down that purpose and going, okay, what is the vision for your household so that it makes all those moments of discipline, that little bit of pain, like worth it in the long run.
That's it.
And you've got to have something to work towards. Otherwise, it can be quite demoralizing for people if they don't have those things that they're looking forward to, that they're actually saving for and planning a future with.
Yeah, and so you've nailed it right there. The Cap Money course draws and puts in place the systems and processes and tools to help someone move towards that space that they want to be in, that thriving space that we like to say.
And I got to ask Sam, who is this course for? Because we've talked about the success and how we've seen, 20,000 people go through this?
Yeah, 20,000 households, which is really awesome to think about that full impact on the house and those in it. So it's really for anyone who wants a better understanding and a better handle of their money. As I said before, whether you've got a little or a lot, money cuts across everything. And so there's great ways that this material has been tailored to different groups, whether you're an older demographic and you're planning and looking to retirement, or if you're looking for as a youth and teenagers and you just want to get people set up on the right track in life, we've got ways to tailor that material to them.
Well, this is where I got to put my hand up here too, by the way, because around these segments we've had with Sam, I was chasing Sam up myself for a wee while to get access to some of these Cap Money tools. Because one of the groups that maybe I think my household represents are the ones of us who are kind of in the middle, where we've not been in a situation where, oh gosh, we can't afford food and we're not being able to make our rents and things like that. But at the same time, you're just aware you're kind of, dare I say, winging it, Sam?
Well, those would be your words, not mine. Yeah, look, even for me, I relook at my budget every year with this material. So there's always something more particularly if we've got that goal we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And if you're really wanting to motivate for that, there's always something more you can do with your financial picture or situation.
Yeah, and it can also take out some of those surprises, I suppose, that really shouldn't be surprises. Like, when you're sitting down to do it, right? So I'm sitting there and the immediate stuff I'm thinking about is what am I spending on like petrol per week and what am I spending on food every week or whatever it is. But then realizing, oh, wait a minute, there's things like, rates bills I now have to think about that maybe don't come across every week or month, but it's going to be a big surprise if I haven't thought about it. And this is, it sounds kind of obvious, but without something that makes you sit down and go like, oh yeah, I'm going to get this big bill in 3 months. All right.
Or this week, because they're coming out this week. I
Well,
believe
that's right.
They're all due this week, the rates bills.
Yeah, that's it. It is. And it's just it's that forward looking. And I know for us, what we've enjoyed in our marriage is being able to bring that conversation to finances. So often that's a tension in your marriage around different habits that you have, shall we call them that? And really uniting around where you're going in that. And so bringing that together in that conversation, no surprises in your finances, but also in your relationship.
And I guess with Christmas just around the corner, it's a great opportunity to take a sit down and actually look at your Christmas expenditure and go, okay, how can we front foot this? Let's actually do a little budget now to make sure that we don't go a little bit crazy in the next few weeks, right?
Yeah, look, if you can do that, fantastic. And if you're sitting there listening and you're going, well, I don't know if I'm ready for that, the next best thing to do is to commit to doing it first thing in the new year. And get on the front foot coming to the new year. So if you can do it in the lead up to Christmas, fantastic. But for some people, that ship may have sailed. So next best thing is let's do it for the new year. Make it that resolution. Sit down, sign up for one of these courses, and make your plan for next year.
Brilliant, Sam. Well, look, if somebody is sitting and thinking, yeah, all right, maybe the new year is just right for me, or they're just keen to get front foot this thing now, remind us again, what do we do? Where do we go? Yeah,
look, free courses that you can sign up for, run by your local churches, which is fantastic, capnz.org, and you'll navigate your way to find a course.
Thank you so much for watching that with us. If you want to watch the next video just like it, this is the one for you.
We're so grateful to have your company on this channel, and there are so many more incredible stories. So make sure you like and subscribe right here.